I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on the jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to boss. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate.
Burn Live, y'all. Marijuanically keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers. I read. Keeping underage smoking on social media. Definitely killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with friends and family and starting a cannabisation. I appreciate people tuning in. We went live last night after we heard the announcement of our president with the attempted assassination. I probably had one of the worst titles on there, but yet again, I just had to keep it real. I kept it on there. I went live. We went, 6.5 hours. I gave you much coverage as I could last night. Different news coverage and outlets. This morning, they have announced a shooter. Well, I got on my social media had announcing a shooter, so therefore I did want to do more live coverage. We're gonna be talking about some other things too. We're not gonna just be fully covering the Donald Trump assassination. We got the WNBA happening today. We got baseball happening today. We do have other news, other things that we're gonna be covering, but the main thing we will be focusing on today is the Trump case and the attempted assassination. I appreciate everybody coming up in here, and shout out to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and also Rumble. Now, normally, y'all know what I would have up in here, but they were not letting me go live, talking about I need $11. I'm not going to ask nobody for $11 to do that. We just, hey, X Twitter is not going to be live with us today, unfortunately. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, like I need to start saying and getting used to saying, please get your blunts, dabs, bongs, pipes, anything you need to smoke and get comfortable. Get your, I always do this, get your phone stand for wherever you are. It's going to be a pretty nice long show. Get comfortable, put your phone on the charger and make sure everything is charged. You don't want to miss nothing exclusive live going on tonight's show. Other than that, let's get into it. All right. So we're going to start off today with the coverage and see what's the new info and see. I don't know where we picked up. I did pause it right here because it was the beginning of a segment. So let's get into it, y'all.
Previous presidents have also had assassination attempts, either while they were in office or as they were on the campaign trail. Former President Theodore Roosevelt was shot while he was seeking re-election in 1912. And like Trump, he was trying to get back into the Oval Office. He was shot on the way to deliver a speech in Milwaukee, which is coincidentally where this year's Republican National Convention will start tomorrow. For more on the historic nature of all this, let's bring in NBC News presidential historian Michael Beschloss. Michael, it's good to see you. We're living right now through history, right? This is a history-making moment, no matter what happens next. Could I first just get your perspective as a historian on what we witnessed last night and how this might shape the nation?
We witnessed a horrible event. We've had moments of violence in American history. And at our best, and this is so much in our DNA as Americans, we use an event like this to come together. After John Kennedy's assassination, 1963, Lyndon Johnson went to Congress and said, let us use this moment to put an end to the preaching of hate and evil and violence, and remember that we are one people. If that happens now, we can use this event to make our country better.
We're showing on the screen there, Michael, the previous presidential assassination attempts, the most recent being Ronald Reagan. It has been a long time since this nation has dealt with something like this.
It has, and it doesn't mean it's any less distressing when something like this happens. In Ronald Reagan's case, as you know, that was 90 days after Reagan took office. It nearly killed him. People were so impressed with his grace and bravery. And one thing that happened that year was the two parties in Congress worked together for a lot of legislation. And at least for a brief time, there was an era of good feeling. Would be wonderful if we could have that once again.
And from your perspective, how do you think this moment will be remembered and discussed?
Well, we're going to remember this moment looking back on this, and our children will, and our descendants and others, in terms of how it changed history. At its worst in American history, violent events caused terrible cataclysms, such as the Civil War. At our best, we use these moments, as horrible as they are, to just sort of, collect ourselves for a minute and say, where have we strayed from the ambitions of our founders to bring this country together, to have a united nation and a united people? That would be a reassertion of the best lessons in American history.
We are hearing from both sides of the aisle calls for no more, right? Calls to take the temperature down. House Speaker Mike Johnson was on the Today Show earlier saying on all sides, we have to stop inflaming things. Can you see that happening?
I can if we follow history. At our worst, we have instances of violence like this. You mentioned the 4 times that American presidents were assassinated.
Yeah. Okay. Not to interrupt them, because you know what I'm saying, yet again, they have the history. They know the time.
On the way to deliver a speech in Milwaukee, which is
but nothing for as what I'm understanding, what I have been learning, what I have been picking up, has not happened in this time. You haven't had 2 candidates that had been in office that fought against each other to try to get back into the White House. That's new. So for this assassination, or this assassination attempt, the assassination attempt is a little bit different when you put the speculations of, okay, you have one person that tried to get back in office that nobody liked. You got technically 2 people. This is where I wanted to pause it at. You got 2 people that tried to get back in office. One is in office, he's trying to get reelected. One who's there for 4 years trying to get back. That makes it a tad bit different for us to positioning. You got these guys who assassination attempts and some with successful. Well, they ain't got one that's successful, but these assassination attempt presidents up here still where someone trying to get back into the office and still succeeded. Andrew Jackson, I know he was a president. All these guys up here was once presidents. And you see the Fords and the Ronald Reagan's, this more our time, and what we mostly hear about today. But yet again, you're still not hearing about nobody attempting assassination on a president when you got another president up here declining on live television. It is still, again, you can look at history all you want to. But yet again, it's still something different to look at when you're looking at the scenario.
Bravery. And one thing that happened that year was the 2 parties in Congress worked together for a lot of legislation, and at least for a brief time, there was an era of good feeling. Would be wonderful if we could have that once again.
And from your perspective, how do you think this moment will be remembered and discussed?
Well, we're going to remember this moment looking back on this, and our children will, and our descendants and others, in terms of how it changed history. At its worst in American history, violent events caused.
I'm just thinking about, got me really thinking about, okay, so when I was a kid, I was coming up, what was some moments, as you seen Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy, the landing of the moon, 9/11, um, Oklahoma bombing, Oklahoma bombing, President Clinton, the 9/11, the Twin Towers. So yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna sit up here and just say that my generation has been quiet. So therefore, you really expect some history not to be made so people can have these stone cold thoughts stuck in their memory. Like something was bound to happen to
Terrible
break history,
fatalism,
to
such
make
as
history,
the
because
Civil
every
War.
day
At our
history is being
best,
made.
we use these moments, as horrible as they are, to just sort of, collect ourselves for a minute and say, where have we strayed from the ambitions of our founders
But
to
you're
bring
not
this country
saying that.
together, to
I'm
have a
definitely not
united?
saying that. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm not gonna go on my Facebook page and expose it like that, but I guarantee that if I go on my Instagram and Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? Really not to be honest with me, myself and my Facebook page and stuff is pretty self-claimed. It's pretty much loved and put together how I would like to see it. You really don't see too much hatred going on. Before, I'm gonna pause real quick because Alex Jones made a statement. Alex Jones, everybody know that he's going through his $100 million lawsuit. Nobody said power outages.
Take this deadly serious, just like war with Russia. Listen to me very carefully. I have told you for months on air they're going to try to kill Trump. And when they try to kill Trump, they're going to go after everybody else that is his top supporters. And they also will try to kill Biden and blame it on a Trump supporter. That's coming next. Make no mistake, the same deep state that's behind Biden, that's trying to make him step down, was behind this today. They're now reporting it was an Antifa shooter who's now been killed. How convenient is that the supposed shooter has been killed? Ladies and gentlemen, our republic is in maximum danger right now. I'm about to go live at Infowars.com/show, banned out video, and right here on X. There has been an attempted assassination. The real president of the United States has been shot, and by God's good graces has survived. The bullet only grazed him over the ear and the side of his head. But ladies and gentlemen, the deep state is desperate. They are in trouble. They're going to try to expand wars. They can do power outages. They can do cyber attacks. We're in such a dangerous position. And I've noticed with all the viral videos out there, it's like, oh, he took a bullet for America. He's going to get reelected now. Ladies and gentlemen, the deep state, no mistake. You fucking understand what I.
Welcome.
Hold on. I know. I'll mute it for a sec. Oh, I can't. Hold on. I gotta get my. Yeah, I can. Hold on.
What's up, Smack? Welcome back. Long time no see. Understand we got a little echo, but we'll deal with it. It's whatever. And as you heard, as everybody heard in America, what's been going on. I covered it 6 hours last night. Deep coverage, got deep into it. And my thing is, I've been asking a few people here and there around
Better?
America just what's going on and like how they feel, especially people that I know that are Biden supporters, because Biden supporters they're still out there, and it's like most people like I don't care. I was like, okay, you don't care, cool, but I bet you if somebody attempted to assassinate one of your family members, you'd be on Facebook talking about please shout out prayers to my family because somebody tried to kill her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just assuming I could be wrong, they might not put that, what I'm saying, prayer. Can you please pray for my family? But most people like pray for my family when they sick, they hurt, they lost their jobs and stuff like that. So why couldn't we feel the same prosperity or sympathy for Trump? You know what I'm saying? You may hate the man, you don't want him in office, but dang, do these people really, really want him assassinated like that? And before we can answer the question, it was a lot of speculations. I seen a lot of podcasts, and Tucker Carlson went live with Trump, CNN went live with Trump, Fox went live with Trump. All these people went live with Trump, and some people said like, "Hey, Trump, they knock you down, but you winning in the polls in this, or you winning in this, you winning in this. The next thing is this assassination attempt, and here we go. Now we're technically at it. We're at the point to where it has happened, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've been smack. I'm glad you're on here because you can vouch for how long I've been covering this politics stuff. You know what I'm saying? When Burn Live started, we were strictly marijuana,
Yeah.
and it took an election to really hit me, and I seen it for what it was. People thought I was crazy and nuts, and whatever. That's a different story. But yet again,
They didn't want to
a lot of
listen.
a lot of things that I have said and was talking back then has either happened or is taking place. And I'm steady, and thank God I'm here. I made it to this
Right.
point to where I'm like, look at her. I still smoke my weed, it's still marijuana, but I can't help but talk about these points and things that are really taking place that are important to me.
Right.
And only thing I'm just saying is like, okay, it happened. Like a lot of people want to say, I had a guest on last night, 95210. He's like, man, it's strictly government. It's government. I had my co-host, K Man, that government. Like, man, don't y'all ever think that it could be a little cult, a little guy somewhere that really hates Trump? Like, man, I don't like you at all. And you're just getting better and better and cleaner and cleaner. And not to jump to conclusions because yet again, just a name pop, we don't know who this person is. Hey, we got to stop you. I even made the scenario last night. I'm like, you know how easy it is to go talking to a little bowling league. Like, hey, we out here bowling, drinking beers, shooting the breeze. A stranger sits and starts a random conversation, gets us all amped up, pays for our beers, and here we go. I'm ready to go take out. I'm ready to go take out the one of the highest in America. And not to say that this happens, but I have to look at scenarios like that. And like people say, "Oh man, it was a professional, it's the government." I was like, "Well, it was professional. If I'm worth trillions of dollars and I go pay a person $1 million go do a job, he better go do a job." Like I shouldn't be seeing this picture right here. There's no way I'm finna go to a Trump rally and send warning shots.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm really trying to think logically. I'm trying to think maybe a little bit outside the box, inside the box. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm going a little overboard. But I'm just looking and like, man, you're gonna really try to tell Trump himself, I'm not gonna take you out. I'm sending you little warning shots. These are what we're gonna call warning shots to warn you, let you know, hey, we're serious. Like that's gonna thinks in their right mind. Like that's gonna stop Trump. That would have stopped the average Joe. Me and you up there, we giving our speeches. Hey, God bless America. Pew! Oh man, he's serious. Okay, I'm out. Okay. You won. You won.
I learned my lesson that day.
Kids. Mwah, 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 mwah.
I
I'm
understood
not
the
going
assignment.
we effed around. We went to that level 9 and we found out it was the 4 months left. They're serious. Stop running. Okay. It's hard for me to fathom that. And I do understand that it can happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can take out an innocent bystander over taking you out, grazing you in the ear. I mean, look, the picture's up there for people to see. Ear. Like if I hit you in the ear, how close must we get?
Why was he
Oh,
not protected?
I seen the tweets or the X or whatever they want to call it on X. It was planned by Trump. Trump did it to himself.
Wow.
Wow. I was, that
So he
one
do
right
stuff
there. I
like
was just
that to us for attention like that?
attention just to win an election.
I can think of better ways to do it than
I mean, don't hit me, just nip me.
you ain't gotta mess all this up.
You know,
You can
we
figure
got
stuff
shoulders,
out.
fingertips.
Toe.
You know,
I don't know.
now they're gonna be saying I'm deaf. I can't hear. Oh, Trump, you got graves in the ear. Are you sure that you're listening?
Can
Okay,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can be able to hear
Can
the
you hear him?
questions. Can you hear Putin when he's attacking Ukraine? Do you hear that? Like I'm sorry,
Was that a bomb or a siren? Mm.
but let's get back and deep into this coverage. I'm glad you came aboard. I think this was one of those special moments where I was just looking for my families and friends to really show their faces in a time like this, to really give out their opinions and points and where they come from and what they see and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that.
I'm all for Trump, so this is all crazy to me. So I prefer him over anybody. So I don't know. What does that make me?
you, you're,
Yeah,
you
I
still
said it.
holding down for Minnesota.
I said it.
I feel it, and I understand, and I get it. So let's see what else been
And
going
me
on. Like,
being in the position that I'm in, I just could start voting again legally. So hey, I feel like I matter too.
but all that you have seen and witnessed and watched, I guess, would be a better term to say, because we're just doing nothing like that. Like people saying, you just sitting back, just watching it and soaking in what you want to soak in. I'm like, okay,
And
you and I and anybody else that watches these articles understand bullshit when they hear bullshit, or see bullshit when they see bullshit. You hear it and you seen it. So to you know put Trump aside real quick and to go back, you know, to we can go back to say, like, look, Joe Biden was quiet as hell. He was the most quietest president we have ever had as in the White House. And even though we was mad, Trump supporter was mad and upset, and we voiced our opinions, it was nothing we can do about it. We had no what they would call ammo. We couldn't say nothing. We were just going off of facts, and people got tired of us just bringing out, oh, Trump 4 years was good. Okay, cool, whatever. He was quiet. Joe Biden calls out Trump for in a debate. It was through Joe Biden's terms, how Joe Biden won it, how his people won it. Nobody there, just a couple of cameras. We can cut your mic off so no interrupting, so you can hear the president good. And it turned into a shit show for the Democrats. It turned into a shit show for the Democrats. And okay, we got panicking. People panicked and they, oh, okay. So Joe Biden had a sit down interview, 1-on-1, one camera, one host, asked a couple of questions. That turned into a shit show. Democrats still panicking. Hey, we was covering Joe like Joe never been covered before. Boy, I knew what Joe was doing every moment. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. And I was thinking to myself, like, look at me not covering Joe like how everybody else covering Joe, because Joe just fumbling the bag. So then they had a press conference. Oh, Joe is going to have and they called it a big boy press conference. That's what they called it. The White House called it a big boy.
Did they put their big boy panties on too?
Oh man, they put their big boy everything on. Pants, fruit balloons, underwear, all of that. Big boy socks, shoes, the one with the laces. We're not the one with the strap. No, we ain't put those on. We go put the one with the laces. You know what I'm saying? We gonna show shoelaces, huh? We go do real good in front of the press. What was it? 19 press. He answered. No, was it 10 press? He answered 19 questions for an hour and a half. And before that, he called the Ukraine president Putin. He messed up on that little press conference before the big boy meeting. And right in the beginning of the big boy meeting, he called his vice president Trump, like shit show after shit show after shit show. Now this is what we sitting back, we watching, and yet again, I should have been live every day, big coverage, you know what I'm saying? Trying to blow up my channel and everything. But now I'm like, no. I'm gonna cover one big time, have a nice, good audience, whatever, do my thing. Bam. And we were doing good, you know what I'm saying? I had a storm out here and my internet went out and like, bam, okay, cool. Shit show after shit show. The View even went on early morning. You know how everybody loves The View. We all love Whoopi. we love Whoopi. We even watch Color Purple. You know what I'm saying? I turned purple in the face when I heard them say they need to stop covering Joe Biden as much as they covering Joe Biden. They're smearing Joe Biden. I was like, wow, what? Am I hearing this correctly? I'm like, okay, I'm hearing this correctly. This is what they're saying. Y'all want the attention to stop being out there on Joe. Joe just shit show after shit show after shit show. So how are we gonna stop? We need to start talking about Trump again. And then this happens. Like, I bet you ain't talking about Joe now. No more Joe. I seen Joe last night. Yes, Joe came out, made a press conference. Look, we steady talking about Joe's. Look, I don't know if I'm the devil's advocate, because Every time somebody do something, I'm always playing the other victim. You know what I'm saying? The YSL case, the Young Thugger case. I don't know too many people know what's going on about that, but I've been covering that a little bit. You know, with Young Thugger going to jail for racketeering, a RICO case of his lyrics. Um, he put in a rap lyrics that might match a murder case that went on that he set up and he runs, and that's what's going on, and that's
Dang,
handled
I
by
didn't know
Amy
that.
Wallace. Yeah. And see,
Whoa.
people don't see the patterns that I see. I was like, okay, that's going on. But that case is also linked to Trump case because Trump is also got the same prosecutors with same the defenders as Young Thugger's case against Fannie. And Fannie, here again, Fannie Wallace. If y'all don't know who Fannie Wallace is, y'all know who Fannie Wallace is. Stop playing. She the one that went after Trump. She got the mug shot of Trump in Atlanta. Yeah, she got the mug shot. There you go. I know it's ringing people bells now. She got the mug shot. That's Donald J. Trump in Atlanta. They was 8 times thumping, cheering, go Trump, 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 Trump. He locked up. So what? Yeah, that's hot. The same person that the prosecution was somebody she was sleep spinning and bending. I know I like to use that word, spinning and bending. They was sleeping in there. You know what I'm saying? So he got dropped off the case. That went down a shit show. But yet again, this is all going on. But this right now is what's going on with this attempted assassination where Trump is taking over everything and everybody wants to see. And the name, what's his name? What's the dude's name? Hold on. What's his name? Thomas Matthew.
Excuse me.
Thomas Matthew. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show everybody what was sent to me. Let me pull it up. This was sent to me. Young. Now, I don't know if just a person. I don't know. This is just somebody sent to me. So I don't know.
Right, right.
But I
It
do know.
could be, it couldn't be, but
Yeah, it could be the wrong person or whatever, whatever. I don't know. What I do know is just by the picture, just by the lookings. I'm not. This is just my hypothesis. It was easy. You gave this guy a couple of 6 packs. He erased some of his debt that he really didn't have. I guaranteed he didn't have a big debt. He didn't have a big debt. No kids for real. Gave him a little lump sum of money. Had a good conversation with him. He mad at the world. But yet again, I said it last night. This guy will be going down. Whoever did it, period, dead or alive, he's going down in history. Before we found out that he got taken out. And then another thing that people are looking at this. Why did the Secret Service take him out like that? You could have shot him, injured him, locked him up. You know what I'm saying? People now in America wants justice. They want to know. Right? Well, you never know. He's dead. He's RIP'd. You'll never know nothing. Even though you can go to this guy's house, you can go look all you want to. You can go look all you want to. You're still going to come up with your speculation, your hypothesis. You know what I'm saying? A little bit better detail, of course, but still, you're not really finna have a true motive of why this person did this.
Only he knows why he did that shit.
Nah, that man did it for clout. He tried to get hood stripes. Or, I'm sorry, he tried to get redneck stripes. Did it? Hell yeah. I'm the white son of a bitch that did it. It went down. I did it for the black community. I'm sorry. I should have waited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How else was white people gonna get credit? White people white people wanted hood credit for a long time. They want to be part of the streets. They want to be part of the streets, and that was like a good way to try to do it. Come on, man. Am I wrong? Oops. Sorry.
Oh, I almost lost my shit, yo. You said that at the same time I was exit.
Well, I didn't. Look, smack. I didn't think it was funny. I did not think it was a joke. I was seriously meaning that.
I wasn't thinking of a joke, but I was sure the way you said it.
Hey, I'm just saying, y'all. This is the Bird Live show. Uh, I'm not trying to just jump into no conclusions or hypotheses or stuff like that, but I can't help but do it because yet again, this is all what has been on national television, mainstream media. You've seen it. For some of us, my channel, we watched it live on my channel. We watched the debate live on my channel. Huh? You already know it. Live. Yeah. You know I was live for 6 hours last night talking about it. I'm live again. I'm sorry. Yeah, they hear you. They hear you.
What's going on, Burn Live crew?
Yeah. I can't. Only reason I'm live now is because somebody sent me some information of who the person is, and then the few people that messaged me back literally has said like, "Dude, I don't care. They missed. They should have got them." Like, are you serious? Like really?
I don't like the fact that they're not calling him a terrorist.
I don't like the fact that he got assassinated. That he got sniped.
Yeah, they smoked him. You seen the picture?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't like that he got sniped. Yeah, I have a problem with that. I'm tripping. Like, damn, y'all couldn't shoot a man in the shoulder?
No, bro, he tried to assassinate a former president.
I don't care. I understand. Y'all could have shot him everywhere else, but not in his head. Not the. Ah, man, we need to talk to him. We need to find out, is there more? What was going through your mind? Who gave you the 6-pack? What type of beer did it take? Who sat with you? Who had that conversation with you? I'm not even worried about him doing it. I'm not even worried about him doing it. I want to know who sat down with you. What bar did you sit down at? And you was depressed. Your girlfriend left you. You had a couple of bills. You was about to lose your house. And who sat down like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for this 6-pack beer, pay for your house. Just you know what I'm saying? Just sparked up a good conversation. Like, man, go take out the president. What's up? Come on, man. Come on, man. We don't need Trump in office. He racist.
Wait, they say he was in a bar?
No, I'm just saying when the dude, somebody sent me a picture and I just looked at this guy's picture. I'm like, oh man, he Pennsylvania, small town. Come on, man. Come on, man. They probably finna tell us where he got the rifle from. Oh man, he got the rifle from down the street at the pawn shop. He was a good guy.
I need to see the caliber of what he shot because it didn't sound big.
Man, sound like it was personal. It don't sound like it was professional at all. My opinion.
I mean, you see, he missed almost every shot.
My opinion. But other people opinion like, no, that was professional government. So government found the most worst loser of all and say, you know what?
Like, come on.
Hey, look, you gonna be you're gonna be tax free for the next 5 years. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and keep the party going. You're gonna get hood stripes. Once you take them out, we're gonna let our Kelly, you know, man, we're gonna step in the name of love around her, baby. You're gonna be set. You're gonna go to every white convention that you want to go to, man. You got front row passes, buddy. Who do you want to get out of jail, buddy? Who? That's who you want, bruh. Whoever you want to come back, they can come back. Stop, like.
Fed him a bunch of sweet nothings.
Man, I wish I could play that song right now. Come on, man.
Sweet nothings, man. Like, man, I did just want to call you to see what you was doing. I'm gonna call you after the show.
Okay.
But see y'all later, Burn Live crew.
All right. Right on, bro. Man, call me up, hit me on Messenger, man. If you got something to say, man, express yourself. You know, this is this is I don't know what to say. I really don't. Y'all just seen me go on a rant of speculations of things that might have went through this person's head, that might have, could have happened, that might have not happened. This could have been professional as hell. Like I said earlier, Smack, just send them a warning shot. Just let them know that we're looking at them. We see them. Try not to hit nobody else. You know, oops, you took out a couple of other people, but you know, it's all for democracy. As they tell us, they keep trying to tell us and spoon feed us that this is for democracy. But yet again, let me quietly go back into time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury that is watching, let's go back in time. Remember that there were 3 candidates on the Democratic Party that was actually running for presidency to run against Joe. People don't know about these candidates, see, because Joe made sure that their votes didn't count or they couldn't run. They couldn't do none of that stuff. He shut them up. Actually, it was 4. I keep forgetting JFK Jr. He went and he said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to denounce myself as a Democrat. I'm going to go independent. I'm going to run as an independent person and see if I can run against Joe, because Joe is not what we need in. We got all these things that happen in the course of 4 years. Because yet again, he only been in office for 4 years. So I'm just curious. I as y'all hear me rant, y'all don't see me jumping out. Y'all don't see me not trying to jump the gun and say, oh, Joe Biden, you did it. Yeah, you did it. No, I can't really just say Joe Biden did it. Now, people that can say that, you go ahead, go right on ahead and say it. I don't blame you for saying it. You have all the right reasons to have that idea and say that from what you've been seeing and what we've been fed. I don't blame you. But then there are people out here that really looking at Trump as the boogeyman. There's a lot of people that never ever seen a boogeyman a day in their life until Trump came. We never met a boogeyman here in America until Trump came. Okay. Now this boogeyman was just not no ordinary boogeyman. Let me pull this picture up. Let me pull this picture up for you. This boogeyman right here is just not no ordinary boogeyman. This boogeyman made moves, waves. He had a lot of people join his cult. You call it a cult, call it not a cult, call it what you want to call it. I don't, you have the right. I keep asking a special someone. I know they don't watch my show at all. I wish they do. They're a family member of mine. We do have certain small discussions back on Bookface. I really, 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 and I'm begging, and I should have put this on my personal Facebook page. I'm really begging them to come on here and explain to me and like I posted to them, shut me up, put me in my place, and explain to me why Joe Biden a better candidate. I'm willing to be quiet and listen and really understand and respect the person and where they come from. I may have my videos and what's up?
I wonder who that person is you talking about.
Oh, they know because I asked them. You know what I'm saying? I asked them. I asked them personally, please, can they come? I would love for them to come on here and explain, put me in my place. I literally use those words, put me in my place, because you know what I'm saying. You know more than me. You're very more educated than me, most likely. And I was sincere. I really meant this, and you can hear it in my voice. I really do mean this. I want to learn because I want to understand. I think it's beautiful that no matter what this man has done, let me take Trump back down because we're not talking about him now. No matter what we have seen, that y'all don't want nobody else up there trying to be the president of the United States of America. You like, oh, Joe, no matter what he do, I still want him. Like, are you serious? It makes that much sense to say that he is doing a very good job and he's going to save democracy, as people said. I love that's the main talking point that they say. He's going to save democracy. Yeah, this is the Burn Live show. And I'm glad that I have people coming in. Thank you for Smack Smack. Thank you for Bully Rat Empire. Go check out Bully Rat Empire. If you want a good dog, a healthy dog, a big fat dog today, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? The dude does in his dog and his kennels. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? And this is a switch subject. This is on you for you. People be asking me little questions about dogs and stuff, and I'll be like, man, go ask my cousin. You know about the dogs. I don't know shit. I'm done. Or I will bring up a term or something that I have learned from you about dogs. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I'm so tough on you, so you can, you know what I'm saying, smack me around. Pat, 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 pat. You don't know nothing about dogs. Learn this. Wop, 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 wop. So now I can go when somebody else asks me something, I'm like, hey, woo, 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 about this dog. I'm like, man, where you learn that from? My cousin. He got his own dog thing. You know, he does his thing. For real. I'm about promotion. It's funny that what's funny, and not to put nobody out there because I don't know. Let me start off by saying this: I don't know, but it's funny that I have people that's supposed to be in my circle that have businesses that I can't even help promote because I know nothing of them. There's a lot of y'all out there that I supposedly know of, and we have history, as they say, together. And yeah, I don't know nothing about your business. I can't help promote your business. Um, yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna shout that out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Put that on out there and just, you know, okay, okay. The sky blue shirt team. Is that what I just seen? What was that? The sky blue shirt? What, girl, you put on sky blue, so I put on sky blue. We just wearing the blue. It's hot. We trying to keep cool.
I'm freezing in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are an hour into this. We're 55 minutes. We're an hour into this. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be on X where my main live streamers are at. Hey, I'm telling y'all, X, I be popping. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I am definitely going to get back into this news, get deeper, you know. Yeah, everybody fire up something. Everybody fire up something. I know it's a lot to take in.
Nation and a united people. That would be a reassertion of the best lessons in American history.
We are hearing from both sides of the aisle calls for no more, right? Calls to take the temperature down. House Speaker Mike Johnson was on the Today Show earlier saying on all sides, we have to stop inflaming things. Can you see that happening?
I can if we follow history. You know, at our worst, we have instances of violence like this.
And we'll be going live Monday, ladies and gentlemen.
Presidents were assassinated.
Gerald
Ford was nearly killed twice. And of course, Ronald Reagan. This has happened in history. What really remains for all of us, the test for all of us, is how we react to this. If this makes everyone angrier and causes the division in this country to become greater, that follows the worst lessons in American history. If we follow the best ones, we could make this a moment that improves our country.
Michael Beschloss, it's always nice to have your perspective on a day like this. There hasn't really been a day like this in a long time.
Thank you.
That's the key point that I like to bring up for everybody to really make sure that you understand. This have not happened in a very, very long time. I remember we was, sorry to say this, but I remember we was joking about, shoot, Obama still made it. He ain't got assassinated. He gonna get assassinated. He black. Forgot we wasn't even tripping off his name and said assignment like, who gonna assassinate a Muslim in office? You gotta have you gotta have balls to do that. No, they ain't gonna get him. They ain't gonna get him. But I'm gonna go deeper down this rabbit hole for y'all if y'all not paying attention to what I be seeing and what somebody else brought up last night. If you if you caught the show last night, 95210 said that Trump, in his eyes, is very Christianized, and it seemed like this Christianity is the only group that get picked on, pushed around, bullied, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can talk bad about a Christian. You can't talk bad about a Jew. Can't talk bad about a Muslim. Can't talk bad about a Chinese faith, a Catholic. But Christians, oh man, you can just step on them. Their lives don't matter. I think we need to bring out the shirts. Christian lives matter. But then if you listen to the media, and I had to pause it, I'm sorry. Because if you listen to the media, the news, they're going to say white Christian nationalist. Like, what is white Christian nationalist? Like Christianity? Christianity is Christianity. If I'm not mistaken, my family went to church on Christianity. Christianity, Baptist, Bishop, Saint Bishops. Y'all know how the black churches is. They add everybody's name that they can. But yet again, they still gonna read from the Bible. That's a Christian Bible. They're gonna teach us Christianity. Yet again, if we're not mistaken, that America was built on Christianity. We got freed. Okay, hold on. Slavery got freed off of Christianity belief. But yet again, we push Christianity aside and say, no, we don't want to believe in that. We want to believe in whatever we want to believe in because this is America. We allowed to believe in what we believe in. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. All right. 2 thumbs up. This is why we got stuff like this. This ain't happened in a long time. They said it. I can bring up the video and stop and pause it where they show you how long it's been. 1981 was the last time. 1981. Then I think it was 1974 and 1960s and back. 81 to 2024. Stop. We going
43 years.
It's been a lot of presidents in there, and everybody still doing their thug this. And what make Trump so different? What makes him different? What makes him stand out? Is that red wave that was supposed to happen last year that didn't happen? Is it going to happen during this election? Maybe.
Was he really that bad though? I mean, I don't know what he did so bad.
What did he?
I mean, to deserve that.
This lady, I can remember this lady because it didn't happen that long ago. This lady argued with me on a bus stop. She told me that one of the main bad things that he did do was lock a lot of kids up in concentration camps in ATL and Texas and stuff during his administration. I was like, well, them same kids that was locked up during the Obama administration that was still locked up during the Trump administration mostly got sent back to their homes. And she was like, but it was a lot of kid trafficking. Yes, again, do you really think that we have the funds and the space to take care of a bunch of kids? That we can't even adopt the kids that are here? We think we can adopt a kid that we don't even know how to speak their language? But yet again, we're sitting here on a bus stop, and you didn't even attempt to go down there and try to adopt none of the kids, did you? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I don't think she did. So I was like, tell me something he really, really did that. I don't know. But yet again, this ain't happened since 1981. Like my parents was in their prime. Hey, Rio. Our parents was in their prime.
My mom was 17.
Right. We 81. I wasn't even born. I was in the stomach. I was in the stomach. Okay. I was. Anybody remember The Simpsons where the lights went out and Homer and them tried to teach them where they come from, where babies come from? And remember at the end, Homer did this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me in 81. I'm swimming around the stomach.
I came out a couple days ago.
Back in the days, I was just in the stomach. Last time somebody got straight shot at, like really shot at president. Like, stop playing. People want to look at that riots that's been going on. Okay, riots. We talking about presidents straight getting looked at, getting finagled. Get back into this. I'm sorry.
Thank you for
Yes.
being with us. Stay with us, all of you. Our special coverage on NBC News Now and MSNBC continues right now.
Yeah, lucky I ain't went to Fox. Y'all know how Fox got this. Come on, hold on. That make me want to go to Fox.
This morning, our special coverage of the assassination attempt on former President Trump. I'm Tom Yamas in Butler, Pennsylvania, where a
That make me
gunman
want to go to
shot
Fox, but I
former
ain't.
President Trump at a
I'm gonna let us
campaign
ride.
rally last night. It happened just behind me underneath that American flag.
And I'm Kate Snow at NBC News headquarters in New York. The 45th president of the United States injured but alive. 3 other supporters hit, 1 killed, 2 hospitalized. The shooter taken down, and the investigation well underway. We want to pause and show you what happened last night in full.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Hold. When you're ready, on you. Ready? Move. Up. Move. Go. Hawkeye's here. Move to the stand. Stair, get ready. You ready?
I'm gonna pause it right here because this is bravery. And I'm not just talking about Trump. I'm talking about everybody that stood there in the stand like pop, 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 pop. Okay, we gonna just sit here and chill. We're gonna sit here and thug it out.
Hey, for real though, like shit.
We're not gonna run. It's over.
Trump knows some shit. You hear me? That's why I feel like they try to get his ass up out of there. He knows some shit, and he willing to spill the beans and shit don't go his way. That's
Can
just
you
my
elaborate?
opinion.
Can you
That's my
elaborate for us, please? Go ahead. I don't mind.
Like,
I've been
okay. So you know how they assassinated JFK, right?
right.
And that's because shit, he knew some shit, and he was gonna speak on that shit. And before he was able to speak on it, shit, they smoked him. I don't know. I might be overthinking some shit, but I don't know. That's just my opinion, me. I want to know what he was gonna say before he got shot at.
I think for one, this rally was supposed to have been his rally where he was just gonna announce his VP. He would announce his VP. He was showing a couple of stats on a board about how he's winning since Joe Biden has came out. A lot of frustration. Let me elaborate. Like I said earlier before you hopped up in here, I took my time and talked slowly to the audience. No offense to I got a lot of D students and F students way in the back. They don't like coming to class. I had to talk to them, but no, it was a lot of tension on Joe Biden. Joe Biden set up a lot of things right back to back, and Trump just sat back and watch. And I broke it down to you. Yeah, you look at the debate. If you go look at the clips of the debate, then go look at the clips of the personal press conference, the one-on-one press conference, and then go look at his so-called big boy pants press conference that he so-called had. You know what I'm saying? That was back-to-back press conference of him looking bad. And people that were really Joe Biden fans couldn't take it. They couldn't take it.
I still, before my phone went out, I was still gonna agree with you because Trump does know something, and that is why they got rid of dude. It's because he knew something. He was about to let it out. I believe that, too.
I really believe that it's because the bad press, the bad press of Joe, like that guy, that person. Yet again, we don't know. Speculating. I'm speculating just as well as y'all. That guy was tired of all the bad press. He couldn't take it no more. He couldn't stomach it. Quit making my president look bad. I voted for him. You know what I'm saying? I got a good friend, and I wish he was on here right now because yet again, I remember when we first talked, he was like, man, he vouched for Joe. He's like, man, I'm a vouch for, and I voted for Sleepy Joe. He was on my podcast. He was on here, and I kept showing him the little corruptions. This was in the beginning when I was still trying to put my little studio together and stuff, y'all. My little studio. But to go look at those press conferences, to call your vice president, I am Joe Biden, and I call my vice president Trump. That's embarrassing. To call the person that we supposed to be sending trillions of dollars to, Ukraine, y'all. Ukraine. They're going to war with Russia. Don't forget, that war's still going on. So I call the president of Ukraine, Putin. I disrespect the president of Ukraine in his face during the press conference right before I had my big boy press conference. Ain't that embarrassing? Oh no, yeah, we and yes, the news blew it up. ABC, NBC, Fox, they all blew it up. They couldn't help but talk about it. If you didn't talk about it, you're not doing your job, and you knew us as podcasters was going to call you out on it. Vivid Ramaswamy was going to call you out on it. Oh man, we would have ate that alive. I'd have been happy to go live and talk about that. Why you not covering all these fumbles that you doing? Y'all still talking about Trump touching on a prostitute? Oh, he what he did bad. He what? He lied on his taxes. What? He asked for 417,000 extra more votes. What? That's it. He was asking for it. And he wanted people to go out there and really look for it, actually do some detective working, not get phone calls. Quit. No, I don't want you to get a phone call and tell me what somebody tell. I want you to go out there and go get it. And so somebody recorded him saying that. What? That's it. These are the allegations. Oh, y'all hit me with a $4 million because I said somebody was ugly. So I'm not allowed to call somebody ugly. Oh, okay. Now these are things that this guy did that's up here. I just named off things that he did, that he's speculation. And a lot of people that don't remember, that don't care, that still want him locked up, you still got to remember this in the back of your mind. Every case that he's getting accused of are misdemeanors or misdemeanor cases turned into felony cases. That normally doesn't happen in the history of the United States of America. Normally, felony cases get turned down to misdemeanors. That's normally how the process goes. A lot of lawyers talk about that. I sat back and watched a lot of lawyer cases. That's why I'm able to say that. And you have people on here agreeing with me. Like that's how it normally goes. I ain't did this much talking on my podcast in a long time. Normally I would have been playing, we've been playing videos at the I did this much talking in a very long time because I want my audience and I want people to watch this to really see and look and try to understand and decipher for your own self what is going on. And if you the people that I don't care, I get it. You don't care. Your life is too busy to understand what's going on before you. You don't care about your neighborhood, just to simply your neighborhood and your fellow beings and your kids' future. A lot of people, that's not gonna start hitting them dearly and truly until they become grandparents. Then they be like, oh man, the future. And because you're looking at the future. And but then y'all look at Elon Musk and people like that, people that are rich, like, oh my God, you're just billionaires. No, these guys was looking at the future. These guys was looking at something else that was bigger than you and me. We wasn't thinking until I really, like, I've been in the politics for a long time. Yeah, I should have stayed in it, as I see. I should have. I told last night I'm really thinking about running for mayor. Um, I'm seriously thinking about it. I'm every day I look up these laws. I'm like, damn, this is just easy to fight against. If he's a mayor, I know there's some way you can change some of these laws. Would y'all let a black man run Nevada? I'm just asking these questions. These questions, I'm just curious. Do we really want lobbyists or tech companies, as they're called today? Do you want lobbyists and tech companies running your city? Do you want your kids being indoctrinated in school over flags that they should be proud of when there's other flags that confuses them? These are things that I want to run off on. Are we going to steady be paying taxes over dumb taxes? I'm going to say it, dumb taxes. That's the first thing that I'm going to stop, is make sure that my people of my town that I run in stop paying dumb ass taxes. If we're not going to get results for what you're paying taxes on, the streets, education, protection, if these things are not looking like they're going in the right direction in your area, in your community, we're stopping the funds and we're going to get it straight. We're going to put in a new chief if we got to. We're going to go look at these personal cases one by one. Hey, why is this? Why is this person feeling racial profile? If this is the case, why is you bullying? Yes, we're gonna make it a lot more easier access for these cop cam that are public announced to be released. Release it. I'm not gonna sit up here and make it hard. And then you got a bunch of people that's mad at me, come to threaten me, want to find my mama, find my cousins, find my peoples, and find... No. If you're a police officer, we hold you to the higher standard. You do something wrong, you caught on one of these cameras, and we're gonna, yes, it's over. It's a wrap. No, don't go resigning. Don't go resigning, because you're still going to be held accountable in a court of law. And whatever happens, happens. Yeah. I think we need one of those tough black bunnies up in this motherfucker, hopping around and stumping on shit. Really taking care of business, standing on business. Making sure that the poor ain't the poor no more, unless the poor want to stay poor, which, people, that's going to happen. But as long as I take care of those who are trying, we are trying out here. I can't sit up here and say that people don't run into opportunities and somebody like, hey man, he was a bad person, just jump to conclusions. Hey man, he did this. He said this. He rubbed me the wrong way, so we're not going to hire him. No, we're not going to let that ride either. There are small little things we just not going to stand for as people. Give people opportunities. Now, Where I still stand on is felonies and getting these federal jobs. I believe, and hear me out, ladies and gentlemen, and I wish y'all can weigh in on this and correct me if I'm wrong. If you got a felony case and you're trying to go get a felony job, and you have all the procedures and stuff, I believe that there should be a process, a way to dropping your case down to a misdemeanor so you can get that job. Because no, I don't think we should hire felonies in federal positions. No, I think that we should be able to drop your felony cases down to misdemeanors to get you in, especially if somebody's going to open the door for you. Oh, man, I like your hard work. I like how you're doing. I think you're doing a good job. You're working good. Don't, this is a federal job. I think you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think you should be able to go to the judge, whoever gave you that case, and hey, you and take that case, take that judge, and like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. This is where I'm trying to go. Got these guys, got my back. Need you to drop that felony, please, so I can better my career, better my life. I think that's what needs to happen. I think that should happen. I think that ought to happen. These are things that I would personally run on if I was mayor. I would run on these principles. Trust me. And this probably happened to me. Man, he's running on too many principles. He's doing no. He's really for the people. Yes, I'm really for the people. I'm a person. I'm human. I think 95210 said, man, they're gonna hit you with a bag. I'm like, what? I'm like, what bag? They're gonna hit me with $100 million, y'all. They're gonna hit me with $100 million. They're gonna hit me with $100 million. Hey man, I'm gonna give you $100 million. Shut up. Stop talking that. What? You know what? I told her, and I stand on it. You're not gonna lie to me and say you're gonna give me $100 million. I know you got the bands to do that, but you're not gonna sit up here and lie, man. I'm gonna give you $100 million, man. Stop talking that good mess. You're persuading the people to agree with you. They're not gonna hear that shit. I'm not gonna take that shit. You're not gonna hand me this phone. Here, take this phone. Take this bank account. You see $100 million, that's spending how you want. Okay, bullshit. I seen this. Like, that's what they're gonna try to do to me. They're gonna give me an account with it that they can still control. So when I try to take all the money out of this asset, oh no, you can only withdraw so much. Okay. Like, come on, man. Then I backstab the people. I get lynched. Get body slammed. I get Charleston White. I get P. Diddy'd. I get R. Kelly'd. What? Or I get Bully Route Empired. But yeah,
Hey, don't go get me. Don't go get me. I ain't going too far.
but yet again, the thing is, you went down this road and you made your mistakes. True indeed. You made mistakes or whatever mistakes you have made. What is it to say in the next year you get to, I don't know, something hit you, bow. You get to doing things right, and you get to making right moves. You come across the right person. You went to the right Starbucks. Look, I had to go there. Yeah, you went to the right Starbucks, and you shook the right hand. And that man was like, you know what? You had a firm handshake. You came to me, you talked to me like a man. I want to give you an opportunity. I want to take you places that you ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you the better side of life. And you'd be like, yeah, man, I'm down. I'm finna go, man. Yeah, let's go, let's rock. Y'all get the rocking, showing you bits and pieces. Y'all get good. Guess what? I'm a felony. Man. He closed the door on you. There's nothing I can do for you. It shouldn't be like that. It's like, hold on, man. You're a felony, but these steps right here are put in places for felonies, which I believe there are steps in cases like that. I'm not a 100% professional. Don't quote me on this, but I think there are steps in like that when you run across stuff like this. You tell us now.
For what I learned, you can get your felony dropped down to a misdemeanor once everything is done and over with. But that's still a little process. Now, as far as like federal wise, no, that shit's sticking with you. That fed shit go stick with you. But yeah, I wish they could do something like that.
So then, therefore, the argument that I heard on Facebook, and the only reason I'm bringing this up like this because, you know what I'm saying, people like, you can't go to the military if you're a felony. I'll be like, bullshit. You can go to the military if you.
I thought fellas do go to the military. Like
they got a boot camp for felonies. They got a boot camp for felonies. Felonies can get jobs. Felonies can vote. Felonies can run for governor and mayor. Mayor Dalton, she's a felony. She got felonies. She still became mayor. She's black. She's a woman. What? Huh? But the argument that I seen is like, why is we still gonna vote for a president? You voted for a female mayor to become mayor. She was a felony. For people in Dalton, Illinois, they did it. So why can't we do it? What's wrong with a felony? Now, yes, I do got a personal business and felony cases because there's a lot of personal informations and stuff like that. If you got a certain background with like identity theft and stuff like that, no, hell no, you would never get a federal job. No, it makes no sense. Good try.
What about smuggling illegal immigrants?
See, my case for that is simple. I didn't smuggle illegal immigrants. I did it when the border was open. I was just trying to help the United States of America grow. I was brainwashed during the Biden administration. Oh man, I would have spoon-fed. I would have spoon-fed them the Biden administration. No, I was trying to fight for my country. I was being patriotic. None of that. I was being patriotic, baby. I was doing my duty. Stop playing. There's no way that I would be getting a no. You know how big that border is open? You see how many of these people? Dog, you can't help me that I was being a Uber outside of being a Uber because I didn't want to work for Uber. Stop playing with me. These people were trying to go somewhere. I was just trying to help them along. Yeah, they caught up in the Biden hype. I don't care. That still ain't got nothing to do with me speaking English directly to you. And you know this makes absolutely sense because it's on the news every day. Stop playing with me. is there or is there not the border open if we're not letting people over? So are they not citizens? And see, that's been my argument. Are they not citizens? I'm thinking these people are citizens. How am I? No, bro. Y'all can put illegal alien down on this paper all you want to. In my eyes, these are citizens of the United States of America because they over here. And I'm trying to help be my Joe Biden patriotic. What you gotta say? I mean, stop, boy, stop. Oh God. Out of I'm not working with no Colombians. I'm not working with none of them people. This money right here, this come from Wendy's and Burger King and stop playing. Nigga, I got a whole kid and a daughter. You think I can't save this money? They gotta go to college. Who gonna pay for that? You think I want them with that big ass tax? Cause Joe Biden ain't gonna be in office getting this tax cut when my kids get in college. Sorry, Joe Biden is not gonna be around. Just saying. So I gotta save my money. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I know. I ain't never talked for a whole hour and a half. Let's get back into this deep coverage. Matter of fact, I am going to make sure I find some live news because this is what everybody's talking about.
You work today?
I want to go to Fox, but I just do not like how Fox is covering it. I'm not gonna lie to you. How Fox covering it looks so low budget. It looks so passionate. But here we go. Getting back into it.
Violence is never acceptable. I should also let you know that I did speak to President Biden. He called me last night to make sure that here in the Commonwealth we had all the resources we needed. I assured him that we did. At the time, he had yet to speak to President Trump. I think they connected later in the evening, and he wanted me to know that he was trying to reach out to the former president. I think that was the honorable and right thing to do, and I'm glad that President Biden did that. We have no unmet needs at this time, and we're working in concert with our federal partners, and I let the president know that. I spoke to the family of one of them, and the other left a detailed message, and I'm not going to get into their status. That'll be shared by the Pennsylvania State Police and or the family later today.
What would your message?
I just missed the last part of what she said.
No problem. The first was about the flags. The second, knowing that this is going to be legal contentious now in the state of Pennsylvania, and that we're divided here. What is your message to people who live?
I have directed that flags be flown at half-staff and Corey's memory, and our chief of staff is working through that process now. My message to all Pennsylvanians, my message to all Americans is to be firm in your beliefs, to believe what you believe, to advocate for what you believe, and to be engaged in the political and civic process, but to always do so peacefully. To remember that while we may be Democrats or Republicans, above all else, we are Americans. And if you look at the story of this great nation over the last 248 years, a nation that was born right here in Pennsylvania, it's been ordinary Americans at every single step of the way, rising up, demanding more, seeking justice, advocating for change, and doing so peacefully. And those who have advocated for such change peacefully, they have been the ones to bring that about. We have to remember that even in these times where there are real divisions, that we have to address those divisions through engagement in the political and civic process in a peaceful manner. That is incumbent upon all political leaders of all parties, and it is incumbent upon the public. I will tell you that notwithstanding the tragedy that we saw last night here in Butler, the awful tragedy, that every day when I'm around Pennsylvania, I see the very best of Pennsylvanians. People who do have fervent beliefs, people who do have passionate beliefs, but who engage in a peaceful manner and who love their neighbors and who engage with people in their communities, even those that they might have differences from. We need to learn from our history in this Commonwealth and in this country, and we need to bring our better angels forward and carry that forward into this political season. I'll take one more. Yes.
Expand on the situation of Mr. Concadore's passing? Was he standing behind President Trump? You said he dove in front of his family. Is there any more detail you can provide about
His wife shared with me that he dove on his family to protect them. As for any other information, that'll be shared by law enforcement. Thank you all very much. Good afternoon. I'm Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and I'm honored every single day to represent the good people of Pennsylvania, and honored to be here.
Y'all seen it just as well as I did.
Been a security failure on that perimeter. So what's your analysis of what went wrong?
Yeah, I think, as my friend just said, there's a lot of issues here that are going to have to be dealt with and looked at. You know, I think there are some very good things that happened here, some responses of the shift per se. Again, hindsight is 20/20. That's easy to Monday morning quarterback. Some good things happened here, but I think there's some things that may not have been good here. I think there's some communications issues that may have been involved here with some eyewitnesses. I happen to be over in England right now, and the BBC is reporting on an eyewitness who stated that they provided information to some type of law enforcement after seeing this person climbing on the roof of that building. So I'm not sure that that information made it to the shift, the working shift, if you will, in a timely fashion, so that those supervisors there could have made a decision to take the former president off the dais and get him out of harm's way before something like that happened. So I think the Secret Service is going to have to look at a lot of aspects of what went on here, the advance process and all of those things, to see how we can get better moving forward.
And as you can see, that's a live picture of the podium set up in the Roosevelt Room, which is a room just a few steps away from the Oval Office, near the Cabinet Room in the White House. It's not a very large room. He'll be coming in, and there will, potentially be the possibility of reporters asking questions and of him possibly answering. We can see the door opening and one of the advance people coming in. So they're getting ready for the president. But continue that thought, Bobby Mack, because you were in the Secret Service for 20 years. You, during the presidency of George W. Bush, President Obama, specifically assigned, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, to Vice President Cheney, as well as Vice President Biden. Is that correct?
I was not with Vice President Cheney. I was with Presidents Clinton and Bush, and then finished off my time as a supervisor on then Vice President Biden's detail.
Thanks for clarifying that. I'm sorry that I was misinformed there. So talk to me about your experiences. Did you ever have nothing happen on your watch with either of those administrations? Because it was nothing like the Squeaky Fromm event with President Ford, attempted assassinations that
Correct. I never had to deal. Correct. I never had to deal with a gunman situation that I'm aware of. Never had to respond to gunshots. My immediate thoughts went to the shift that was working yesterday that showed up, went on a trip with former President Trump, and had a situation happen. Obviously, a lot of chaos. These type of situations don't always go the way the playbook says they should go. We, as you know, we train and train and train for this event, hoping that we never have to implement our muscle memory and the training that we practice for. So again, that's where I go back to my comment that some things went very well. I think the way that the shift moved the president off of the stage, albeit a little bit slow, but their decision on the ground there was to wait until the information about the shooter was clarified, that he was neutralized, and then moved him to the armored vehicles to get out of that situation. So again, easy to Monday morning quarterback here. A lot of good things from the shift, a lot of good communication between the shift that you can hear on that video, their audible discussions with each other on how to move. That's exactly how we practice. So that was good. I'm not sure that other aspects of the advance took place in a proper fashion, or perhaps there is an explanation of why the perpetrator was not seen at an earlier time. That's part of the investigation that the Secret Service will be doing now. The FBI will be brought in to do the actual criminal investigation and crime scene investigation of the incident.
And the White House has told NBC that the interview with Lester Holt, with nightly news anchor Lester Holt, will take place tomorrow. Instead of taking place at the Reagan Library, because that trip is being rescheduled, it will take place at the White House. So that will be a primetime special, as well as parts of that interview presumably will be on nightly news, but also a primetime special, which will be scheduled. It was originally scheduled for 9 p.m., and so that's what we expect will take place. Janelle, the assassination attempt should change security protocols also, though, for local and state law enforcement. You're intimately aware.
Boy, he
of
better
what
not
happened
do
on
another
January
press
6th when
conference.
what didn't happen correctly with
Go
throwing in
outside, bro.
the National Guard and
Travel again.
the penetration, of the Capitol. But there will be an after-action report on whether the peripheries have to be changed, the perimeters have to be changed, and whether outdoor rallies have to be re-examined in this campaign.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. We've spoken about this. So when you have a presidential, type of movements like this, there's a rings of security. It starts with the state and locals, and then moves to federal agencies. One thing that we've talked about, Andrea, many times is the temperature in terms of political violence that's just on the rise and on the rise. I mean, this assassination, this attempted assassination of a former president, the leading candidate for the Republican Party, is an affront to our election process. And so this really requires not just the federal, but the state and locals to kind of reevaluate the security postures going forward. We have 2 conventions coming up, and there's a lot more rallies, a lot more type of events like this that are going to be happening. I will say in defense of the state and locals, they are really stretched particularly thin. We're coming off of several years of defund the police, where specifically on the local end, many local police departments have been decimated, not just through budgetary or kind of budgetary constraints, but just because law enforcement people don't want to go into that business. So this is really going to be an inflection point for law enforcement, not only at the state and local, but also at the federal level, to see how do we protect our election cycle. And it begins with the candidates. They are the election cycle.
And we just have about a minute left. 1 minute. In 1 minute, Bobby Mack, can we talk about the protection of the president and these candidates, how important it is, and whether we have to beef up that security and keep them in more confined spaces? I think about rope lines, for instance, after rallies.
Absolutely. I'm not sure that this is going to totally change a lot that we do. I think what it's going to do is tweak a lot of what we do. As you know, Andrea, many of our methodologies have progressed over the years based upon various actions that have happened with President Reagan or President Ford. So a lot of the things that the Secret Service does right now are building blocks of where we may have had issues or troubles in the past, and we are continuing to shine the apple, if you will, to make sure that everything's going well. So the Secret Service is going to need to ask some hard questions of itself here, and be prepared to stand up and represent what happened and why that continued to potentially injure one of our protectees. That is the bottom line here. We can't have any failure. We have to be very good and perfect every single day.
Exactly. Bobby McDonald, Donald Howard, thank you both so much. And that does it for this hour of our special coverage. I'm Andrea Mitchell in Washington. My colleague, Katie Tur, will pick up right now in New York.
Good to be with you. I'm Katie Tur, continuing our NBC News special coverage of the assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump. The former president said a
They can't wait to say assassinate. Yeah, don't forget attempt.
Bullet pierced the top of his right ear last night during a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. It happened just a few minutes after he took the stage and a moment after he turned his head. A split-second move that likely saved his life. Just a note, we are waiting on President Biden to speak at the White House any moment now. It'll be the first time that he will address the public since yesterday when he spoke in the immediate aftermath, giving a short statement. But first, we'd like to play for you what happened yesterday at the Trump rally in full.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Move it there. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stair. Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready. You ready? Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move? We're clear. We're clear. Let's move. We're clear. Come on. Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the class.
Okay. Watch out.
You can see Donald Trump there holding up his fist saying, fight, 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 after that bullet grazed his ear. Law enforcement officials say the shooter was a 20-year-old man named Thomas Matthew Crooks, who lived near the site of the rally. We've learned he fired multiple rounds from a rooftop nearly 450 feet, just 450 feet, from where Donald Trump was speaking. Law enforcement sources tell NBC News the gun was a semi-automatic rifle. One of the bullets, as we said, grazed the president, the top of his right ear, as the president has said. Others killed a supporter, critically injured two more. We have more on what our sources are telling us about the alleged shooter in a moment. But first, here is how a witness described what he saw in the minutes before the shooting.
We noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling.
Now, I got to get deep. Got to get deep, ladies and gentlemen, because what I said last night, this guy had his coverage for a long time. A lot of podcasters, including myself, covered it. And we was waiting for the mainstream media to cover it. Because once y'all listen to this guy, which y'all already heard last night, we're going to cover it again. Now people can make those speculations like if he says what he said, and it's true, because listen to what he says. I'm going to break it down now. If he says what he said is true, now, if this statement is true, somebody wasn't doing their job.
Crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Adrian Broadus at the scene of last night's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. NBC News Justice and
Now it hit mainstream media the next day, which it better have, because other than that, this is why I went live so early today, to make sure. But now we got to hear speculations from the mainstream media. I gave you mine for a whole hour and a half. Now let's hear from them and how they present it to us.
Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian, who's covering the investigation. NBC News White House correspondent Ali Rafa following the latest reaction from the White House, and New York Times chief White House correspondent and MSNBC political analyst Peter Baker. So, Peter, I'm going to start with you because we're going to get a speech from the president in just a moment. We got a 2-minute warning. What are we expecting to hear from him today?
Well, the president's been briefed today in the Situation Room by aides and law enforcement authorities about what is known about this case. He flew back from Delaware last night. He wasn't planning to be at the White House today, but he decided to return to deal with this crisis. And he, in fact, has canceled his trip to Texas tomorrow, which he had planned to take. We expect him to talk about violence, and no doubt he will, again, as he did last night, condemn the attack and talk a little bit about having spoken with Donald Trump last night when he reached out to offer his best wishes.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Kate Snow.
Good day, everyone. We're coming on the air with breaking news. President Biden is about to address the nation in the wake of the assassination attempt on former President Trump. As we await the president, here's what we know right now. The shooter has now been identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was killed immediately after.
Wow. A kid. That's a real kid who didn't like all the media attention his president was getting. And I'm a stand on that. This was not the big boys. This was not the big boys. This was not them guys. This was a little kid who didn't like the press conference that his president was getting.
Identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was killed immediately after firing at the former president during that rally in Butler, Pennsylvania last night. Investigators have been at the suspect's house this morning. Mr. Trump was injured in the shooting. He says a bullet hit one of his ears. He was treated, and the campaign now says he is fine. In a video posted last night, you can see Mr. Trump walking down the stairs of his airplane. We have learned more about the father who was killed at the rally yesterday. The governor of Pennsylvania saying that man died protecting his family. 2 more were seriously injured and are still in critical condition. In an address late last night, President Biden did speak, but he is about to approach the podium now. So let's go to President Biden.
Good afternoon. Last night, I spoke with Donald Trump. I'm sincerely grateful that he's doing well and recovering. And we had a short but good conversation. Jill and I are keeping him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victim who was killed. He was a father. He was protecting his family from the bullets that were being fired. And he lost his life. God love him. We're also praying for the full recovery of those who were injured. And we're grateful to the Secret Service agents and other law enforcement agencies and individuals who risked their lives literally for our nation. As I said last night, there is no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter. An assassination attempt is contrary to everything we stand for as a nation, everything. It's not who we are as a nation. It's not America. And we cannot allow this to happen. Unity is the most elusive goal of all, but nothing is important than that right now, unity. We'll debate and we'll disagree. That's not going to change, but we're going to not lose sight of fact who we are as Americans. Look, Vice President Harris and I were just briefed in the Situation Room by my Homeland Security team, including the Director of the FBI, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Attorney General, the Director of the Secret Service, my Homeland Security Advisor, the National Security Advisor, and we're going to continue to be briefed. The FBI is leading this investigation, which is still in its early stages. We don't yet have any information about the motive of the shooter. We know who he is. I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job and their partner agencies do their job. I've instructed that this investigation be thorough and swift, and the investigators will have every resource they need to get this done. Look, as this investigation continues, here's what we're going to do. First, Mr. Trump, as a former president and nominee of the Republican Party, already receives a heightened level of security. And I've been consistent in my direction to the Secret Service to provide him with every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure his continued safety. Second, I've directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention, which is scheduled to start tomorrow. And third, I've directed an independent review of the national security at yesterday's rally to assess exactly what happened. And we'll share the results of that independent review with the American people as well. And finally, I'll be speaking more about this tonight at greater length from the Oval Office. We must unite as one nation. We must unite as one nation to demonstrate who we are. And so may God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, when you spoke to President Trump yesterday,
All right, the President of the United States addressing the nation there briefly and promising more from the Oval Office tonight. Let me bring in NBC News senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez, who's been listening along with us. Gabe, he said there is no place in America for this kind of violence. It's contrary to everything we stand for as a nation.
Yes, that's right, Kate. And his message of unity, which we heard right there. And yes, the president saying that he will address the nation once again tonight from the Oval Office. He also said, Kate, that he spoke with former President Trump and he gave condolences to the family of the victim who died. Now, Kate, this all comes after the president spoke with his national security advisors earlier today for much of the morning in the Situation Room. He mentioned it. He spoke with the FBI director, the Homeland Security Secretary as well. But this all comes among the greater context of the campaign as well, Kate. We just learned a short time ago that this is already affecting the president's official travel, which was scheduled for tomorrow. He was supposed to travel to Austin, Texas to speak at the LBJ Library. We've also learned just a short time ago that his previously scheduled interview with our colleague Lester Holt has now been moved here to Washington. And we also know that the vice president, the campaign saying that her planned travel to Florida on Tuesday has also been rescheduled. But again, Kate, we're just hearing from the president some very forceful remarks on the need for this country to come together and promising more tonight from the Oval Office. Kate.
Gabe Gutierrez at the White House for us. Gabe, thank you. That will conclude this special report. But of course, you can find more coverage on our streaming channel, NBC News Now, and online at NBCnews.com anytime. Much more tonight on NBC Nightly News. And tune in on Monday for what mentioned by Gabe Gutierrez, Lester Holt's exclusive interview with President Biden that airs primetime tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm Kate Snow in New York.
With a rally goer who said that he had gone to a similar rally the year before and noticed that all the rooftops were covered with officers toting rifles, and that he looked up at this particular rally and was shocked to see that some of the nearby rooftops were not covered, and he found that inexplicable. And I think most security experts also find that inexplicable.
Ken, are there any funding issues for the Secret Service?
Well, look, all these agencies wish they had more money and are asking for more money and say they're underfunded. But the Secret Service actually issued a statement today pushing back against an allegation that the Trump team had asked for more resources, more protective resources, and that they were denied. And you heard the president there say that he'd ordered the Secret Service to provide Donald Trump with every possible thing that they needed to protect him. So, look, this is their fundamental mission. It's hard to believe that anything happened here because of a lack of resources. And clearly, not sending an officer to a rooftop is not about a lack of resources. That's simply just a matter of not doing it, and they didn't do it.
Some Republican lawmakers had said that the former president's team had asked for more security, Ken, from the Secret Service, stepped up security. What has the Secret Service said about that?
They've pushed back on that and said that that's not true and that they've provided everything that the Trump team had asked for and had needed.
Okay, Adrian, you are at the site of where this happened. There were so many witnesses, so many of them spoke to us. And there's also news again about the rally goer who lost his life, the two others who are in critical condition. I know the governor of Pennsylvania spoke just a moment ago about the man who lost his life, the man who was killed, and he called him a girl dad. What more can you tell us about the immediate aftermath?
And we just heard President Biden talking about that father as well, saying he died trying to protect his family. We heard from the governor of Pennsylvania a short time ago, and I will share part of that conversation with you in just a moment. But this is still an active crime scene. If you look over my shoulder, you will see the road closed signs. And witnesses told us the shooter was elevated on the building that's in the near distance here next to the crane. And that is where that alleged gunman fired those shots, ending that father's life, who was also a firefighter in this community. Listen in.
Corey was a girl dad. Corey was a firefighter. Corey went to church every Sunday. Corey loved his community. And most especially, Corey loved his family. Corey was an avid supporter of the former president and was so excited to be there last night with him in the community. I asked Corey's wife if it would be okay for me to share that we spoke. She said yes. She also asked that I share with all of you that Corey died a hero. That Corey dove on his family to protect them last night at this rally.
The seat where Corey Compartor would always sit every Sunday was empty today. You heard the governor say he would attend church every Sunday. There's been a lot of talk about President Trump. Obviously, we saw what happened. We've seen the images. I've attended multiple Trump rallies over the years, and during my experience, it's rare that I would see the former president use a jumbotron or any other sort of visual aids when delivering his message. And his campaign manager said that is likely what saved his life yesterday. I want to read part of that tweet to you where he says, "Thank God last night's rally was one in which President Trump wanted to use and reference the jumbotron, causing him to slightly move his head at the moment shots were fired. He is grateful for all of the prayers, love, and support out there as he prepares for the GOP conference in Wisconsin." And clearly, things have shifted. Everything has changed. Most likely, even the tone of the RNC.
Yeah,
Katie?
Indeed. It was that move of the head a moment before the shooting that is extremely significant. Ali Rafa, you're at the White House for us. The president just spoke. He said he's going to be speaking again tonight from the Oval. Do we have any idea what more he might say?
Yeah, Katie, well, presumably the president will continue to be briefed by these law enforcement officials, these Homeland Security officials that he was able to meet with in person in the Situation Room this morning after he left Rehoboth Beach, where he was staying over the weekend early last night to return here to the White House. But as you heard him say in that speech, he urged Americans to have patience as this investigation is still underway. He also said that the shooter's motive is still unknown. He asked people not to jump to their own conclusions, and he promised that all resources would be available to the FBI as it takes the lead on this investigation. But presumably the president will continue to be kept up to speed as this investigation develops. We know he's also spoken with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, as well as the mayor of Butler, Pennsylvania, where that shooting took place last night. But Katie, I think it's important to mention really how this incident, how this assassination attempt has really thrown the president's schedule, as well as really the state of the campaign, the state of the politics of this country into flux. We already know from the White House that the president's schedule has changed for tomorrow. He was originally slated to go to Austin, Texas, to deliver remarks at the LBJ Library to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the signing of the Civil Rights Act. We now know that that will be postponed, but we can confirm that his exclusive interview with our own Lester Holt will still take place tomorrow, although it'll happen from the White House. We also know that the vice president's schedule has changed, that she will not be going to Florida on Tuesday anymore. And so the rest of the week and really indefinitely, we still don't know where the campaign, where the White House's official plans go from here. We know the campaign has already taken action, taking political ads off of the airwaves to be sensitive to this moment. The Biden campaign also telling staffers in an email to refrain from commenting on this shooting in public or on social media. And they've also ramped up their security presence in Wilmington at their headquarters. And so it really cannot be underscored enough how this assassination attempt has just instilled so many unknowns, so many questions into what was already a very divisive state of our politics, with now the election now less than 4 months away, Katie.
That is such a good point, Allie. And Peter, I want to end with you on that for this conversation. Let me ask you about the temperature of the moment. We've heard a lot of calls from President Biden to some Republican lawmakers asking for things to get toned down, Democratic lawmakers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the things about this year. We've compared it time and time again to 1968, but one of the things that we hadn't had like 1968 was assassination attempts. So now it feels like a spiral of division and anger and recrimination in society is reaching another level. And you heard instantly with that, after the shooting yesterday, Republicans, some of them, including J.D. Vance, who may be the running mate for the former president, accusing the Biden administration, accusing the president, accusing Democrats of inciting this attack through their rhetoric. Of course, you heard the president last night say, no, he, of course, condemns violence. He's not, does not condone this kind of thing. But some of the quotes he used a week ago about putting Trump in the bullseye, which, of course, he meant politically, not physically, are now being held against him. We're having a conversation about how is politics supposed to be run in today's age? What kind of language is appropriate? Who is, is approaching it right? But it's fascinating how and troubling how quickly this devolved into a partisan issue, and we don't even know what the gunman's motivation was or what was going on with him in the first place.
Yeah, again, no motive yet on the gunman. Law enforcement hasn't been, if they found anything out, they have not yet released it to the public. We just got a little bit of news from former President Donald Trump regarding the RNC. He just posted this on his Truth Social. He said, based on yesterday's terrible events, I was going to delay my trip to Wisconsin and the Republican National Convention by 2 days, but have just decided that I cannot allow a shooter, that's what he puts in quotes, or potential assassin to force change to scheduling or anything else. Therefore, I will be leaving for Milwaukee as scheduled at 3:30 p.m. today, Sunday. Thank you, DJT. Everybody, thank you very much. I want to now talk to a couple people who were at that rally yesterday and witnessed everything that happened. Donna Hutz and her son, Joe. Thank you for being here. What a horrifying thing to witness.
Where the fuck they was there yesterday?
Running.
Fuck that. Y'all getting on the news today.
Yeah.
Y'all got on the news when they got the shooter yesterday.
Didn't want to. How you just gonna just like, oh man, y'all waited a day late. No, I ain't wait a day late. I wanted to make sure I'm safe at home. Man. I don't know if this dude had friends.
So that nigga let off 5 and they all sound different.
No, people shot back. Shot in his direction. But a sniper took him out. But yet again, before we get into them, remember when I told you, I was making my hypothesis about the killer and like where he was at and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
So they released a picture. So the Trump rally's right here. He was up here. This is outside of the boundary. Y'all seeing this? Okay. Make sure y'all see it. So yeah, Trump rally right here. He was over in here.
See,
over here.
If it was me, I would have hit this building right here. I'm just saying, but you know I got to do that.
Why? What makes that?
Yeah, I said if it was me, but I wouldn't be that stupid to go west. Federal marshals, the White House.
Straight. Terminate yourself.
I don't give a damn. I ain't do it. I didn't. I said if.
But still, why?
Keyword if.
And I'm still gonna ask.
Because
Why would you?
to me that was a dumbass thing to do, bro. If you gonna try to shoot, why shoot that close though? Why not go from distance? That just let me know you ain't got no aim with a rifle.
So what?
And then most likely it wasn't that many people all the way back here.
People
I said it wasn't that many. Like it was all up there.
So why would I want to go all up in here?
No, I said back here.
Why do I want to come back here?
No, back here.
Back here?
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there. You can only that rifle only probably shoots like 300 yards.
Yeah. Why you looking at him like that, Snow? You got your pet for this morning. Get down. Go on, jump down. Oh, now you don't want to get down, huh? Guess what? I'm gonna help you that. But yeah, go on, finish what you were saying.
This is well over 300 yards for the rifle that supposedly they said, because I think they would say it was like AR-15 or some shit.
Oh yeah,
a smaller rifle. This is probably the closest that you can get.
That was his first rifle we ever bought. Nigga, your thing is froze.
Yeah, it's always freezing. This is why Rumble. This is why, and I'll be like telling people. Anyway, so this is what happened. This is where it got to take place. Somewhere up in here, somewhere, little kid's face. And I do have to say kid. Oh, there he is. So when I see this kid, it just makes me think about all the stuff that I was saying last night. And I was breaking down like, y'all, I don't think this was professional. I really think this was a kid who heard a lot of things about his president, Joe Biden, that he wasn't liking. He was not liking what he heard. And he was like, I'm going to take it in my hand and take him out. And the black people going to like me. I'm going to get hood stripes. I'm going to get redneck stripes. I'm going to get breath. And Joe Biden going to win and we're going to shut up. We ain't got to hear about this Project 25 and everything. None of that. Just my opinion.
Yeah, you're going to get hood stripes in hell.
But when I
because that was like a suicide mission.
Yeah, any attempt. Do you know when the last attempt was? That's something I covered earlier.
On him?
No, a last assassin attempt.
Oh, was.
You really want me?
Was.
1981.
Did they get their target?
No, I said attempt. Attempt. There's been 7 attempts on president.
So when was the last
81?
Official. You was born what, a year later? 2 years later?
1 year later. Can you imagine? That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I was trying to point to my audience and stuff.
You say the last official assassination was 81, right?
Attempt.
Well, when was the last official assassination?
Hey, serious.
Was it Martin Luther King?
When was the last?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make jokes.
President assassination.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
That's something you supposed to know, Theory.
You should be able to think, Theory.
Oh God, you should. Oh, trash ass Siri. I'm glad ain't none one of these pop up because I would have been banned from my Siri if it was my Siri. Hey Siri, when was the?
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
Siri. When was the last
Here's what I found.
9 hours ago. I hate my phone when it's in person. I ain't even hear my phone ring. Did you hear my phone ring when you called me? My volume is up. That's what I'm ring. And then my phone was still connected to the Bluetooth too. So
No offense, y'all. This coverage, I told y'all I was gonna cover some other things today, and since he's up here, I thought it'd be a good chance to really go into some other things.
wait, what did I say? Catherine didn't grow. Wow. Is she trying to say she grew the NBA? The WNBA?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I just know she owns the Fever.
She owns the Fever don't mean she grew the WNBA.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark grew the WNBA.
All I can say is what is this?
That's what they're doing. They can dress it up any kind of way they want, but they're trying desperately to look like white women. And why do I bring this up? Because when I talk about bigotry over business, the bigotry and the hostility stems from these women hate themselves and hate that they're not white women. Why else would you dress as a white woman? Why else would you put on some cheap wig, some horse's hair over the top of your head to look like a white woman, and you wonder why they did this to Caitlin Clark? And I want to play you, I want to start with Joy Reid and Jamel Hill. I want to play this clip of these two Black Yas queens talking about Caitlin Clark. And this is, I'm telling you, this is, you can't, I'm not trying to take a dump on women. I'm trying to explain women, and we just have to have an honest conversation. If we're ever going to come out of this, if we're ever going to recover, we have to have an honest conversation about who's leading this discussion.
It just made me think of something too. I did listen to a guy talk about the Angel Reese because her streak has ended. It ended last night with the New York Liberty coming into the sky and beating them, putting that ass whooping on it. And
fuck putting the ass whooping. Fuck putting the ass whooping on them. I fuck with the sky. They spanked that ass like they was babies.
True indeed. But and people want to, I don't know, he didn't say, but I kind of had this feeling like, you think that game that I seen and
everybody else seen,
I think that he watched, I'm assuming that's why he made the competition, the video about it, that Angel Reese had a good game. Like, she didn't have a good game.
Yeah, she had a good game.
She didn't. She did not have a good game against Liberty last night. Huh?
Did she get a double-double? Or
No.
triple-double?
No.
I bet you Caitlin Clark got hers.
Caitlin Clark plays today.
I bet she get hers.
Get her what?
A double-double or her triple-double.
It doesn't matter.
I know it don't.
When you get spanked.
Yeah.
When somebody and we have called it out specifically on this podcast, when we have seen a show or a game and like, oh yeah, man, she got spanked. She got spanked.
Yeah. She got one of them ass whoopings your mama give when your mama mad at the word, but not you.
That's the point guards out there in the WNBA that and Caitlin Clark will be looking like, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I'd be mad. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I starting to see the little trend of if you thinking that your opponent that you're guarding is weak, you kind of die off of, you kind of stay away from them. That's like, and you try to prepare for the double team, and then you forget. No, I wish you.
No, because I want to make sure what I say falls in line of what you say.
And you forget where your opponent's at. You forget where your person is at, and you get lost.
Now, what I've seen with Caitlin Clark, y'all might not believe me, but if y'all pay attention, you know Caitlin Clark never defends. She'll stand in front of her opponent, but as soon as they go around, she'll stop. She'll let them go.
They got that mindset, and I'm not gonna disagree with you, but if I'm beat, I'm beat.
Yeah, you said that once before though. But Caitlin, to me, she don't put up enough fight. She don't put up enough fight, bro. And I'm gonna show it to you during the game today.
I believe
she don't put up enough fight for me.
I believe you. This game right here
Because
is televised, which is a very interesting game, which should be really looked at. It's in the fourth quarter. Mercury Suns, I think y'all can see it a little bit. Oh, that's all y'all go. Okay, I just want to make sure. So we're gonna just do it like this, y'all. Be sneaky. That's how.
Wait, go up.
What?
Did I see Caitlin Clark and LeBron on the same page?
This is the person they're having. Okay, we can talk about this. This is a discussion.
Because you remember I asked you about that.
What?
Caitlin Clark and LeBron. You said no. But I want to see what they said.
1992 Dream Team faced. They're better. The basketball is so much better now than it's ever been. I mean, the game is incredible. Jason Tatum did not start last night. He's better than Scottie Pippen. Offensively, it's not particularly close. It's a global sport. Everybody can shoot. Everybody can handle the ball. I mean, I'm watching Wemby. He's not on our team, but I mean, what that kid can do, Chet Holmgren at 7'2" can do, it's incredible. The 92 Dream Team, Larry Bird was shot. He retired 10 days after the Olympics. You had multiple guys on that team, multiple who could not handle the ball and who couldn't shoot. Anthony Davis on this team's a much better player than Patrick Ewing. Give me a break. Tatum's much better than Scottie Pippen. LeBron right now is better than Magic was to me at 32 or 33 years old. Our young guys are Ant and Halliburton. Their young guy was Christian Laettner.
You can disagree.
What?
That nigga said LeBron is better than
Larry Bird.
Yeah, Larry Bird.
Huh? When he joined the Dream Team? Yeah.
Give me a break.
So also
This
back
team
then
is
it was
old
called the
men
Dream
aging
Team. Now it's called
very
Team
gracefully.
USA.
KD, LeBron, and Steph. Every
All right, hold on, wait. I want to ask you something. And this is just me getting up on in a good mood.
This because this was never heard of. This was never heard of. With 1992, this was the first time NBA players was like, I'm gonna go and represent.
Good.
The matchup?
Yeah.
What about the matchup?
I ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, Mike will fuck LeBron up. But I give it to LeBron. He got good defense. Fuck with his defense.
Mike will fuck LeBron up, but you gotta understand, you got.
Yeah, I was going down the list.
Like, what is you gonna do when you got tall, athletic, lanky people? You gotta
like. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people sleep on KD.
Where Tim Duncan?
I don't think he on this one. No, he ain't on it.
Okay, you got David Robinson and Patrick Ewing, right?
And Scottie Pippen. Even though he not tall,
but bunch of these
that nigga get them. Give me those.
But a bunch of these players over here, Durant, this guy, That guy.
Anthony Davis.
I'm just saying, these guys
Hey, that's crazy.
ain't a statue of tall and lanky and athletic.
But guess what?
What?
Everybody that you just named,
Mm-hmm.
their defense game is crazy. And sometimes Anthony Davis, if he feeling it,
It's gonna be bully ball versus athletic.
yeah. That's what that's why I was bringing up the fact of
you can't
they
say
defense.
you can't say that this person Steph Curry
Hell
gonna shoot
no.
your lights out, because then you got Larry Bird that's gonna come right behind you and shoot your lights out too.
That's why I was saying they got some pretty good matchups.
But Jason Tatum can shoot.
Yeah.
Joey Holiday can shoot.
Scotty.
Anthony can shoot. White can shoot. LeBron can shoot.
KD
Durant can shoot.
y'all.
JaVale can shoot. Let's go over here.
Mike.
Mike can shoot. Karl Malone can shoot. Charles Barkley can shoot. David Robinson can shoot. Larry can shoot. Clyde Jessica can shoot. Patrick Davis.
Look, you see how we both like
Magic.
Scotty.
Scotty.
We're gonna put him at a 50-50 right now.
Everybody over here can shoot. Lights out. Even if you like, okay, most of these niggas, when they see these niggas prime, some of these niggas gonna be nutting up. Sure, indeed. That's gonna be the differentiate. That bully ball.
Guess what?
That bully ball.
That's what's gonna make it interesting.
That bully ball.
And then not even that, bro. Think about it. Old school versus new school. If we could even get one of these right now today. No disrespect to the old ball players.
The best thing you're gonna see is the All-Star this All-Star. You actually gonna see the best that the USA is gonna put on the court versus real All-Star players that are true All-Star that's gonna get put on that court. Minus the injuries. I think the injuries is what's gonna hurt the game, but yet again, you still putting the best that the WNBA got to offer on the court, and there should be a little fire behind each other.
All right, now wait. I got a question.
Should be the both better.
I'm just gonna ask this to make the conversation more fun. If you could,
if I could,
peep game out of all these players right here, if you could make a team and you can make a bench, who would you choose as your bench first?
On which side?
You put them together.
Who gonna ride the bench?
Yeah, who gonna hit the bench?
John Stockman, Anthony Davis.
Why would you put? Go ahead. I can't say nothing here. I see who your starters gonna be, but I kind of got a good idea of who those gonna be.
Ant-Man gonna hit that bench. Patrick Jr. gonna hit that bench. Imagine. How many is that? 5? I think that's about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think that's 5 or 6. But it's okay. You got that extra just in case somebody don't do right.
Uh-huh.
Now, who will be your starters? Wait. Let me see. I know you probably gonna put Bron out there, Steph out there, Mike out there. But I ain't saying in that order.
I'm putting definitely David Robinson out there. I'm putting everything. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Cause you gotta, man. I don't know if you've seen some of them teams out there. Oh, I need tall people. I need tall and lanky and athletic. Tall, lanky, and athletic. So David Robinson, you out there. KD, you out there. Y'all need tall, lanky. Boom. And I know y'all can move the court. Huh? Big pass. big palms. Big palms. So I just got my center and my power forward, right? Small forward. I guess I'm gonna put LeBron. I'm gonna go with it because I still got Ant-Man on the bench. I ain't tripping.
And then you got to think about it. You could even put Mike there.
But see, I ain't gonna put him there because I'm gonna put him at the shooting guard. And then I'm gonna have to leave Steph Curry out because I'd rather get a real field general and get John Stockman.
But then you say he on the bench?
Yeah, so you want to come at the bench. Steph Curry gonna have to go. But I need a general. I need a general. And I need Larry Bird as the coach.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you put Bird as the coach?
Because he's the best person that I know that's gonna be like, hey, Michael. All right. Playing with me. Stand down. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Hey, your ass do that, Mike.
Run that play. Put your ass down.
Hey, I can see that shit too. I can see a basketball player like, nigga, I did it. So look, nigga, we gonna do this.
Because everybody else ain't nobody else has coached Michael. Nobody else. You can go to the Wizards and say, oh yeah, he played with the Wizards. No, Michael.
I wasn't gonna say the Wizards.
Nobody else coached Michael. And so I'm not gonna go get Phil Jackson. I don't. I don't. Phil,
so
chill.
What team was he better playing on?
Who, Michael?
Yeah.
With the Bulls.
Like always.
But yet again, the argument that people don't like to bring up, and only people bring this up is like the Shannon Sharps. Because you got to think about it. Like, you didn't do it with nobody else. Could you have did it with anybody else? LeBron did it with somebody else. He did it with somebody else. And then when y'all look at LeBron James squad, y'all be saying LeBron James squad be some bums. That'd be the argument. So LeBron James win with bums teams. He win finals. You won your team with an all-star team. No matter what game get put out, your whole squad damn near makes the roster. So if that's not saying that was an all-star team, am I lying? Is that not an all-star team? I mean,
even on NBA 2K24, all-star team, like no.
Damn near the whole roster. So you spreading it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Could you win it without Scotty? No, you didn't. You tried. You didn't.
Hey, I ain't gonna count.
And then
I ain't gonna count. Them two niggas, I will always pick them. I don't give a fuck of fantasy basketball. Scotty and Mike, you know why? Mike got that aggressiveness I like. Well, he had. I ain't gonna say he got now. But he had that aggressiveness.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and Scotty under that hole, Scotty gonna go crazy. Prime example. You remember a couple times I have played with him and I put Scotty in. What happened?
But guess what? If I had a chance to just pick up Charles Barkley, I'm looking at the roster, looking at the list. I had a chance to pick up Charles Barkley and had to guard LeBron James and Michael Jordan, both in their prime. I'm cool with that. I know I can go get Isaiah Thomas and put him on the court, and that's gonna fuck with Michael head. Oh man, let me go get Isaiah Thomas. Let me go get Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? There's a team that you can put together and be like, all head fuck with. Let me go get Shane Battier since he shut down Kobe. He's the only person that actually gave Kobe Bryant problems.
I think Kobe said
even Kobe Bryant. I seen the video. Kobe Bryant said that certain people drop like 60 on them, you know, Guinness Arena drop 60 on them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. You got there are people out there that's gonna give you problems. And let me go get a sleeper name that's sleeping and that people forgetting about. Like Stephon Marbury, the rockabye child of New York hype. The nigga that came through Harlem and all through the streets and all that stuff. I was like, okay, man, the AI era. Man, the AI era was fun because everybody ankles getting broke. Tape it out. Tape it out. Tape his ankle up. Get it back out there. Get out there. They be out there limping.
Hey, that's crazy because I just did something to you about AI.
Penny Hardaway, AI, Grant Hill, Stephon Marbury, Skip to My Lou.
I had some of his shoes too.
Like, come on, man. That was the Hey man, you need what's in my sock. No, you don't pull it out. Take him in the back. Man. Yeah, I see your bones sticking out too. Oh man, hey coach, he ain't all right. Yeah, Stephon and they, but Jordan now, the dunk vicious era. Shaq was alone. People went like Shaq. Yeah, Shaq came in late.
See, I know you probably hear. I know you probably hear this a lot.
What?
But you can't mention Shaq without Kobe.
Yet again,
and I'm not trying to put it in a good or bad way. I'm just saying you can't because yeah, Shaq was getting his fame before, but when him and Kobe got together, bro.
How long did it take him to get it after?
You right. You absolutely right.
Shaq went right down to Miami. There, get another one.
It's your voice. Hey, I don't know. I heard that voice somewhere. I don't know if it was Shaq or who.
Yeah, that's Shaq voice.
I know it's Shaq voice, but I don't know if it was Shaq I heard it from at first. Or was it somebody else before you? That's why I started laughing. And then that shit made me think about this big chicken. How do he sound when he go there and talk to his employees?
This chicken out here. But now you got to think about that. And I would give it up. I mean, Kobe was a freak of nature. And he had a era that wasn't like all to itself. He had the end of Jordan era. The fight or win, and then the AIs and the news, and you know what I'm saying. So he got in where it fit in. Plus his work ethic, his work ethic put in the greatness.
And then I ain't even gonna lie.
No lie. Did he or did he not have to put an all-star team? I'm just saying, did he not have to put an all-star team around him? You can argue the same thing with Shaq. Shaq went down there to Miami. Him, D Wade. What him and D Wade? Or Armstrong? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
just saying.
I understand.
Just saying.
But to me,
when you put
when Shaq, I ain't gonna say when Shaq went to the Lakers. To me, Shaq always been a better player, a good player.
He was a freak of nature.
Now, is he better than some of the centers today? Hell yeah.
He's just a freak of nature.
Do I think they need to take some pointers from him? Hell yeah. Females too. Even though they can't dunk yet, but when they can dunk. Shaq. I don't give a fuck when nobody say Shaq can't shoot. He don't need to shoot long as he under that goddamn hole. Shaq will fuck y'all up under that hole. Oh God. I don't give a fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing in the middle is is the new up and coming stars for the college season. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady right here with the buns, what she is known for is Juju. I'm gonna stop it right there. Juju and her little squad, because I don't know where the rest of that team at and who they play for. But make sure when they get in the league and busting up. See, Juju got in the league. He was D-Wade, Kobe Bryant, Jordan. Like, is you a dude, you're a pretty ass girl, and you got handles, and you got a jumper, and you can shoot out the gym, and you can shoot from the logo. Like, you can do it all. If she stays in the league for 4 years, yes, she has a chance of passing up Caitlin Clark because she does it all for her squad. US and the last year, I don't know, people seen it when she was in the March Madness, she was doing good.
Hold on, wait. What made them put Caitlin Clark on the USA? I really want to know what made them like be like, nah, we got to take somebody above.
Because
Caitlin
two people
Clark
are
be good.
hurt. Because them two from what's it called is hurt. That girl right there, she hurt.
She need that attention because she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. She wanted Caitlin Clark to get.
Well, guess what? While she was on the bench yelling at the referee, Caitlin Clark was putting up numbers and busting their ass. I'm not saying.
That wasn't a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying. I'm just talking shit. Caitlin Clark deserved it. Let me give it to her.
But I don't know if she actually. I mean, who do they replace her now that she hurt? She's hurt. She's out with a hamstring. She playing for the USA, or is she not? Or is she
I was just looking at this. That said Boston and Clark and Gray out.
Yeah, because he's saying if them two were out, I'm just speculating because I haven't watched this video. But if them two were out, you put these two in because they got the pick and roll game together. You got to give her some type of familiarity, even though she finna give dime to everybody. Here's a dime. Here's a dime. Spend it on me. Paris on me. Try to flights on me. Nike deals on me. You got Adidas deal on me. But we're not allowed to say that. We're racist if we say that. I'm racist. I'm a white supremacist.
I call it how it is, bro. Like I told you, I fuck with Caitlin Clark and I fuck with Reese. Them two go against each other, I'm riding with my home team. But I still fuck with Caitlin Clark. So I wouldn't even be mad if we lose, as long as they put up a fight. I'm cool.
Yeah, dog.
I'm cool.
Them dogs gonna be barking.
Hey.
So I think the game comes on.
I hope somebody bite. I don't want to hear bark. I want to hear bite.
Suns played yesterday. Yeah, Fever plays at 1 o'clock against Minnesota. My more old team. Yeah. Boys of the Miners. Remember those days. The Aces played Mercury. The Suns beat. Ooh. Okay. We've been getting a lot of upsets. But I wonder, and I just heard that the WNBA will be getting one new team next year. So I wonder how many people are fighting because you got Paige that's going to come out of UConn. You got Juju that's going to come out.
No run. Oh, it's going to be a backcourt violation. But Thomas wisely just letting the clock wind so that Phoenix doesn't have more time on a possession. Look at Thomas. What a brilliant play. And it gets all the way down to 1.7 seconds before Phoenix will have possession.
I've never seen this. This is pretty incredible. And yes, how smart is Alyssa Thomas? And then some soccer skills here, right? Preventing Cloud from getting to the ball.
Wait.
And because of it, Phoenix never gets a look. You never know what possession will prove crucial throughout the
But
course
wasn't
of a
that out
game.
on her? So how did they get the ball back?
9-0 run. Oh, it's going to be a backdoor violation. But Thomas wisely, and because of it, Phoenix never gets a look. You never know what possession will prove crucial throughout the course of a game.
But it's 2020, so
Yeah, that was just a smart play.
yeah.
Boy. I know y'all like hold on, is y'all like I know y'all like his what do they call this?
YouTube.
My wall.
Premium William.
That's all you see. I like it how some people, I heard in the news conference though, no bull crap. I heard in the news conference, people like, oh yeah, Trump already got it. It's in his hands after this. I started down like, yeah. I said, once this
what the fuck?
Once it's clarified that what this?
Yeah. No, not that this.
Huh?
Yeah. This is my first time seeing one of those. Tear them over down though. What's this? I played my first. Yeah, 25.
Everybody playing at college.
Man, I want it.
You don't want it.
I want that college though. I was looking at it on my feed.
Oh yeah, the show is playing right now. 15-7. A little pretty tale, but hey, y'all never heard me talk about chocolate. There's a girl named Jackie Young.
Aces. So as much as you want to quiet Wilson down, they have 5 players who are point of attack producers. So you have to do your due diligence if you're Washington with unified defensive attention to detail.
And it's the same team that Caitlin Clark just beat them 2 days ago too. Mm-hmm. Take these two losses in a row. Is this Tekken? What's that? Tekken Street Fighter?
Yeah, it's one of them.
That's Tekken.
S Factor 11.
I don't know what that is.
Probably Street Fighter 11. Might be, I don't know. I could be wrong, you know.
We got big soccer going on. You see the proud that other people be having of their country. Man, these niggas flagged up, read up, praying up. Look, my boy prayed up. We gotta win.
Is that 2 teams in one area?
Spain and England.
No, I'm talking about the people.
Them 2 countries in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we be having states. We can't get along. Where are you from? Chicago. I'm from Missouri. I hate you. Yeah. They have whole country wars in sports. I want to have that same passion. I mean, we get out there, we get our asses beat, but still, I still have that same passion. Fuck you, Steve, next year, motherfucker.
Next shit, give me the bullshit you took last year.
Mm-hmm. We got this.
Yeah, we with it. We can't compare it.
Is you juiced up? Is you juiced? I'm talking shit about you. Is you juiced?
Did you turn fatigued off? So you don't get tired? Always talking shit about my team, goddamn it.
What he said. I wonder, or is he gonna just? Cause y'all, I wonder, is he just gonna like y'all? You see, he denouncing. Okay, he denounced danger. What?
Who denounced?
What? If you don't start your damn show, look what you made me do. Let me come back to you. See, this is how we supposed to be watching, where we box watch. We give our stats and who do what. Yeah. I want to see the game.
You can't watch the game?
Heck nah. They got banned the shit out of us. But they show, look, they be trying, look, they got NASCAR. Ooh, but see, that's at Pocono. That's not at Pocono, is it? NASCAR. They go down around a triangle. Everybody got their aerial view. Look. Shit.
You think Trump going to jail after this?
Hell no. You think the shooter parents going to jail after this? But some people probably I heard, yeah, no, his parents should not go to jail for something he did because he want to act stupid. Yeah, let me get out here before I find some more breaking news or something.
Bro, did I see that video? The video of that police officer. They was finna get into it, like seriously get the fuck into it. No, I did not send it. Let me go see if it's still up here.
I said, this is it right here. Everything.
No, where is it? Please still be up here.
Hey man, y'all be people out there, y'all be finding juicy stuff and y'all don't send me shit.
I thought I sent it because I came up here and said something to you about it. Nigga, the police overusing their authority.
Okay. Vote me in as mayor and I'm gonna stop it.
I was trying to see the video.
Vote me in as mayor and I will stop it. This is what I wanted to say for 9-5. I'm gonna hit this as watch later. You see this? See this conversation? 1963. I want to break this down with him. Hey, yeah, I think I'm gonna play the game. Shall I stay live and play the game and give y'all some news coverage? What's up? Nah, I'm gonna get out here. I'll probably be back on live later on, y'all. I appreciate it. Till next time. Been a good one. I went 3 hours. Yeah, we did good. I did my job. We out. Peace.